Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and do a few reality shows on the side. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about General Hospital, so we're in daytime television. I'm going to be talking about GH. But before we go into that, look at this cool shirt I got. It's green. I got it in Seattle from the Snoqualmie Indians. No, not Snoqualmie, Suquamish. The Suquamish Indians at the Clearwater Casino Resort gift shop. It's lovely. I love them. And I got this choker I had made when I was in working at Disney still. So this is at least 20 years old, maybe 22 years old. And it is a little piece of rice and it says Serena on it because that was Sailor Moon's name in the English dub of it. So in the original English dub by Deke. Okay, anyways, General Hospital. Just thought I'd just share. Okay, so General Hospital. Let's talk about the news before we go into the actual show. Let's talk about the news about the show. So, not allegedly, it's been announced. Steve Burton is coming back to the show. Okay, here's what I want to know. How the fuck are they going to pull that off? And the way I figure it, they can go one of three ways. Okay? One way, and this is the way, we'll go from the order of the way I least want them to go to the order I most want them to go. So we'll start with the very least, the option that I really don't want them to go, and that is having him be the real Jason and Billy Miller be an imposter. Girl, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's some bullshit. If that's the case, that is some bullshit because A, they just did that story with Duke. Not that long ago. Same show. Remember when Duke had plastic surgery, but then they found out that wasn't really him? Yeah, and then he came back. Whoa, what do you know? Next thing you know, Jason's doing that too? I hope that's not the case. Because that's going to really irritate me if that's the case. Just like, and this isn't actually General Hospital, but they're doing that exact same story now on Bold and Beautiful. Because Sheila's back and she looks like Sheila, so that makes me wonder, well, who the fuck was that looked like Phyllis? So, if that's the case, that would really irritate me if that is the case. That's really annoying. The second option would be if he was playing a completely different character. And that, because let's talk about Sarah Brown, who actually I went to high school with. Sarah Brown, when she started on General Hospital, she was Carly. When she came back to General Hospital, Carly was already being played by Laura Wright, so they had her play Claudia instead. And that was great, actually. That was a really great idea, honestly. So I wouldn't mind, even though, again, that same show did that same storyline with someone else, I wouldn't mind if they did that with Steve Burton. I'd be okay with that. The third option, I just had a bunch of almonds and I've got a bunch of almond slivers in my throat. The third option would be if they come up with something completely different. And listen, they're writers, so they can come, and it's a soap, so who knows what they're going to come up with. So kudos to them. So who knows? But I hope that, and I hope it's something I haven't even thought of. Because I like being surprised. After watching soap since 1978, and it is now 2017, I am, that's 39 years. Jesus Christ. Next year, I will have been watching soap operas for 40 years. That's ridiculous. But after watching soaps for this long, you know when shit's gonna happen. So it's like I like still being surprised. It doesn't happen that much, but I do like it. Like, for example, I know this isn't General Hospital, but on Young and the Restless, when Juliet announced that she was pregnant, I don't even know why I didn't see that coming, but I didn't see it coming, so it was a good plot twist. So kudos to you, Young and the Restless. Okay. So now let's talk General Hospital about this past week and what happened storyline-wise on General Hospital this past week. Okay, let's talk about Amy and Nathan. I think they are adorable together. And I cannot wait because it has been announced that Kirsten Storms is coming back as Maxie, which is good. You know, I've been saying that since day one, that they need to have Maxie back. I don't care what the actress is, but they need to have that character back on the canvas. And obviously, Kirsten Storms agrees she's coming back to the show, so I think it's great. I think it's wonderful, and I can't wait for her to see what's developing between Maxie and Nathan, because it's going to bring out a real ugly side of Maxie. But this is what I don't understand about that. Both of Maxie's parents and her step-parent, Mac, so you've got Frisco, Felicia, and Mac. None of them are bitchy or hateful or mean girls-ish or anything like that. So I don't know if she is that, then or was that in high school. I don't know where she would get that from. Because usually when you see someone that's kind of a dick, usually their parents are kind of dicks. You know what I'm saying? People don't usually just become dicks, right? Am I right? So the picture that Amy has painted of Maxie has not been necessarily flattering. So if that's the case, I'm just curious as to where that came from. No one involved in her life and her upbringing, especially, she's a heart transplant a heart transplant recipient. Poor BJ was the victim. And, you know, it's always mentioned that, you know, that Maxie has BJ's heart. But we never see, like, I don't know if we do, but I mean, for a show that takes place at the hospital, there's very little attention paid to the fact that she's had a heart transplant. Right? Just saying. Anyways. Okay, so when I was at the General Hospital Convention, they had a trivia, but it was all recent shit. I want some trivia questions from back in the fucking day. I want to really find out who the real fans of General Hospital... And listen, if you're just a brand new watcher, I'm okay with that. I'm not saying that you're not a real fan. I'm just saying that the diehard fans that have been with the show for decades, right? But hey, please come watch. Please, everyone come watch. I want everyone to come watch. I don't want anyone to think that I'm being hateful, or you know, exclusive. I don't want that. I want to be inclusive. I want to we need those numbers up for all the soaps. That's why I'm doing this fucking show, right? So I would like for example, here's a trivia question for you. This is the type of trivia that I would like to see on the show. Okay. You know Lucas, the hot gay doctor? Okay, right? Well, when Lucas was a baby, he was the subject of a very bitter custody battle between Tony and Bobby Jones, and who else? Answer at the end of this recap. Okay, so anyways, just simmer on that for a little bit while I talk about some more about General Hospital. Here's something else that happened. So anyway, wait, I have to say this though. So in the scenes with Amy and Nathan, the most recent ones was Nina was basically told the story, and she found out because the book editor, who is being played, Quinn, is being played brilliantly by Jennifer Bassey. She's doing such a good job. She invited Nina, who wants to Ask Man Landers a column in Crimson. And so she meets Amy, and she finds out that Nathan is doing it. And Nathan's expressions on his face, I'm sorry, they are so cute. He is so cute. You know, I know. Calm down, Mark from COP blog. I know you're going to get all pissed off at me because you say he's your man. And I was like, he's not my type. And until now, he hasn't been my type. But he is cute. I'll still let you have him. You can still have him, girl. I'm not going to, you know... I'm not going to fight you for him, but he's pretty damn cute. And I like storylines that are lighthearted, like this one. And they're not so dramatic all the time. It's nice to see, I've mentioned this so many times, that it's nice to see that kind of lightheartedness on soaps. It really is. Okay, so the only other thing I really want to mention this past week was Spencer. And the reason why I want to mention is because with his scenes with everyone else, Spencer Cassadine comes off as not spoiled, but kind of bratty, right? But he had some scenes with Sonny, his uncle, because remember, Courtney, his mother, was Sonny's sister, that were the scenes were beautiful. He acted them perfectly. Maurice Bernard, of course, brings it every fucking time. I mean, they were just really, really well done. So I definitely want to give a kudos to Nicholas Bechtel and to Maurice Bernard, because it was awesome. It was incredible. Okay, so that's how I feel about General Hospital. So let's talk about the answer to the trivia question. The answer to the trivia question is, drumroll please, Sean Donnelly and Tiffany Hill. And if you don't remember, Sean Donnelly was the former police commissioner, and Tiffany Hill was a new TV news reporter who was the sister of Cheryl, who had the affair with Julian that gave birth to Lucas, and she died right after her childbirth. So Tiffany found out about her sister's kid and wanted it, and it had already been given to Bobby, and that was the big custody battle. See, that's the type of shit that is relevant and yet still old school. So that's the type of stuff. Maybe next year's convention we'll be able to see that. So who knows? Anyways, I do want to say thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can hashtag GH to talk General Hospital, or you can hashtag RHOP to talk the Real Housewives of Potomac, which I'm doing next. And I've got a kind of different idea, so we'll see what happens. You can also hashtag Real Housewife shit, because they don't know you're talking right to me. And you can also hit that little subscribe button on my YouTube channel, and you'll get my videos sent to your inbox every single day. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.